Hi everyone, welcome back. Another tag. Now I will say this is take 2. I will explain as I'm going through. If you're anything like me, you have got a whole bunch of flower die cuts, which I used to use a lot, and I'm in my quest to use up all my stash. Well, no, not all of it, but to try and make a dent in it anyway. I thought, let's have a play with some of these on a tag. Now the other thing is micro beads. I don't know how long I've had those. I did have to get the dust off the top. And multi-medium. Now I know people use this all the time. I've never really messed with it. I have tried to use it on a couple of occasions, I think for a photo transfer, and it didn't work. So I've got a world map paper pad. Now, for those in the UK, the works. That's where this one came from. I suppose it's a bit like your Target, perhaps. So there's lots of different things, papers, colours. I don't tend to use paper pads anymore. But it's, so, okay, let's use it up. I quite like the crown, but I don't think it's going to be for what I want. So I'm thinking I'm going to cut it. Just take this corner off it. So if I take this corner off and cut this out, then that can be my background, a ready-made background. Right, so I've cut round it, I found my scissors. I have to concentrate cutting straight lines that don't always work for me. Yeah, I think, and then that gives that very thin card some strength. Right, flowers. Now I've got everything from paper ones that I bought. Oh, let me adjust the light. There we go. So I've got everything from paper ones I've bought to ones I've cut out or die cut. Lots of different things. Now the way you'd normally give them a bit of curl, if you like, is one of these little, and I don't know what it's called. This is a Tonic Studio, whatever. And you just go around, and it just gives it a bit of depth. So I've been having a play, and I thought, yeah, I'm not sure how much those are. So there's one I cut out years ago. I thought a paintbrush might do it, actually. So if you haven't got one of those little, oh yeah, and you can also get it's like a foam pad that I've got somewhere in the shed. Just gives it a bit of extra. Oh, there are 101 ways. I'm probably teaching my gran to suck eggs here, but lots of different ways of doing it. Right, so I'm thinking we've got, there's one I made earlier. They're 2-dimensional now, these are, to put inside a journal. It's a shame, but there you go. So I'm thinking lots of, so that one, and then too big. So what do we think? They will look a little big. So maybe something like that in the corner. Obviously you're going to do this to your colour taste. Oh, there's a blue one. No, too same. Christmas Pontiac. Oh, that might look quite nice in there, actually. Oh dear. I really should have gone through these before, perhaps. There's a little one. Right, if I get rid of all those. Now, I'm afraid I am back to my trusty gesso. Let's get rid of all this. I want this to stand out a bit in this corner where the flowers are going to go. So let's perhaps like this. Oh, I balanced my brush on the edge of my desk yesterday. Managed to knock it off all over some brand new trousers. Yeah, I'm thinking that that's gives it enough variation. Maybe a bit more up this corner. Balance it out, do you think? Maybe? Don't know. That's the beauty of this. You just play. Oh, we are having aerial guided tours of Glastonbury Tour at the moment. There is a chap actually that comes over in a light aircraft, comes over the tour. Oh, I'm quite liking that. And I was out the other day looking at him, and he actually was doing a loop over. Sorry, yeah, I'm not even doing anything now. I'm just scrunching them up a bit just to give them a bit of depth. I quite like that. It's in that one. Where's my glue? I don't want it hanging off too much, but I do want it so I don't stick. One of those. I have to remember to keep putting this under the camera. I think we're due a storm in a minute. It's gone really, really dark and the wind's starting to pick up. So maybe that one under there. You can leave these dead flat, obviously. It's personal choice. Oh, I missed one. Right. Let's perhaps put that one over the top. Yep, quite like that. Maybe a bit closer. There we go. And then a smaller one up there. Yep, that looks quite reasonable. Let's put that one over the top. Oh, that's a thin paper one. Yep, quite another one in there. So how about half on the top? Quite works. I've got any little ones. Oh, let's put this blue one in. Yeah. And there's another little one. Up there, I think. Perhaps just provide a bit of balance. Let's put the top on this. So I have a glue fountain everywhere. And I've been looking at words. I would normally buy, like, well, I had bought the Tim Holtz words, and actually I've got a few of those now. And I thought, well, why am I doing that when you have to make your own sentence up with them? Whereas a book actually comes with a sentence. So I was thinking, if I so I quite like that, but this year I can't afford it. Oh, maybe. So we have a, but this year, what's that? I think, where are we? Ooh, Among the Stars. Takes a bit more time than just pulling them off a sheet. But then again, it is a way of using up, well, for me, it's a way of using up book pages. I think that might do it, actually. I still think perhaps it should have been, I can't afford it. So if we go, but this year, Among Stars. Yep, that was quite good, but that still needs brightening up in this corner. Otherwise my words are not going to stand out. So just blend it in. I suppose I could have put some texture paste on just to fill up the corner. So then we'll go, but this year, Among Oops. Cut the end piece off. Put this here among the stars, and because the gesso is still a bit damp, that will, so she, and that bit hasn't. There we go. Now it has. Right, now I am just going to go around the edges with that time classic vintage photo. Okay, that's that one. Now, for the fun pieces, let's put a lid on that. Multi-medium. I've just got the glass one, so. And now I learned. I'll show you the first one after. That you don't put much of this on. So it is just, if I bring the light down a bit perhaps, and it is literally dabs. Maybe, if I can get it on the end of my brush. Unless of course you want huge lumps, in which case. But once I show you the first one, you'll understand what I mean. Oh yeah, the paintbrush was huge. I put on huge amounts of this stuff. And oh, it looked a mess. So I thought, right, okay, leave it alone. Come back. Try again. So if I can just get enough on that one. Yep, I think that should do it. Now the other thing I learned, I have this tray, Crafter's Tidy Tray. This is a Dovecraft one, and it is one I would normally use when I'm heat embossing, so I can collect all the embossing powder and tip it all back in. I didn't do that, and I am still picking it all up off my desk. Even though it's still gone everywhere. There we are. Oh. I quite like this stuff. I've just never found a reason to use it. And then that. Ooh. Fighting with the. No, they still go everywhere, but not as much as if you don't use or folded paper or just something to catch them, because you find them sticking in your socks forever. I quite like that. So I'm thinking just, this one is a brown earth pencil, Derwent pastel. I'm not very good at doing little bits. So I'm thinking a little bit on here, just to give it a bit of depth underneath. And then that can be glued to that. And you'll have yourself a very cheap, not about cheap, but satisfying. This is very satisfying to do. Okay. First one. But they have set solid. The inside have set solid. Oh dear. No. It was one of those, it was like, oh, just walk away and leave it alone for a bit. That, I'm thinking, I like so much better. Yeah. Love it. So there you go. Another quick and easy tag. Have fun. Take care. Oh, these videos, I'm really enjoying doing them. So as long as you want to carry on watching them, I will do a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sometimes it might just be 2, say Friday, Sunday, depending on what's happening with our young ladies. So yeah, there'll be at least 2, but over a weekend. All right, you take care now. Speak to you later. Bye.